The countdown continues for the 2008 Atlantic HR Conference. Taking Flight is coming to Moncton October 1st to the 3rd. Delta Beausejour. Walter Melanson joins us from PropertyGuys.com at a very strategic level, Walter. Help familiarize us why HR professionals need to plug into a conference that features the likes of Roy Williams, the Wizard of Ads, Don Schminke, Code of the Executive. These speakers, what's the applicability as far as HR is concerned?
Well, I think it's more than HR, Gary. I think at every level of every organization, people are taking stock in the human capital of the business, really trying to find out what makes them different, what makes their people come alive. And in digging deeper, we're finding that building that corporate character and that corporate culture and rallying around something so important as that's one of the elements I think that will brighten up this type of event.
Now, I understand your organization has seen tangible results from applying some of these philosophies.
Very much so. When we look at the likes of a Schmanke or a Roy H. Williams, you don't have to read along too far without recognizing that these folks have been around the block a few times. And they know a lot more than many of us will ever forget. So it's really the caliber of the speakers, it's the program, and it's everything that brings that together. It's gelled, it's glued, and I think it's an event that no one should be missing.
And in terms of that, you're going to have no doubt some people are going to be wondering why at an HR conference are they going down these different paths as far as what looks on the surface to be marketing and leadership topics. How would you answer that question, Walter?
Well, I think you nailed it. It's looking at the surface. We got to go deeper, Gare, and organizations of every size are starting to look deeper down that rabbit hole. They're trying to figure out, you know, what gels, what builds corporate character, and I think that under the guise of an HR conference or what have you, it's important for all facets of a company to really come together, start looking at different principles, and these principles aren't what's found on the surface. It's what's under the water, and I think that's something people will learn by participating in this type of conference.
One more thing. One of the areas of expertise that I know you bring to the table with your company is your research into Gen Y and everything that's happening where there are businesses now without boundaries. Where do you see this being relevant from an HR perspective in terms of the theme of this conference and what people are going to be introduced to?
Well, I think that HR executives and company stakeholders alike really need to dig deep and understand the broader implication of Generation Y, how that's going to affect the workplace, and a little tidbits as such as getting ready for this type of employee. And getting ready is often part and parcel of just looking at the bigger picture. You know, times are changing, Gare, and I assure you that the workplace needs to change too. And I think that everyone timing is right. They're looking at these things the right way. They're analyzing everything. And if you're going to accommodate a Generation Y type of workforce, you really need to understand some of these internet principles that are making the world go round.
Walter Melanson of PropertyGuys.com, Canada's fastest growing franchise system, one of the many executives looking forward to Taking Flight, the 2008 Atlantic HR Conference, coming to Moncton, October 1st to 3rd.